Welcome to online lecture series in organic chemistry. In earlier video, we have discussed about the calcination and roasting. These are the two important steps of metallurgy. In this video, we are going to discuss the reduction of metal oxide to free metal. This is the fourth step of pyrometallurgy. Now, what is the reduction of metal oxide? Or this step, actually the process of converting metal oxide into metal, it is called as reduction. What is reduction? The process of converting metal oxide to metal, it is called as reduction. This is one of the important step of metallurgy. Now, for reduction, different types of reducing agents are used, and the selection of reducing agent depends upon the cost, the cost of reducing agent, the energy cost, the desired purity of metal, reactivity of ore, etc. Now, carbon is one of the important reducing agent. Carbon in the form of coke and charcoal, it acts as a reducing agent, and in addition to its function as a reducing agent, it works as a fuel as well. Now, in addition to carbon, sometimes some other active metals like aluminium, sodium, magnesium, these are also used as a reducing agent. For example, at the time of extraction of titanium from titanium chloride, sodium and magnesium, these are used as the reducing agents. Sometimes aluminium is used as a reducing agent in thermite process. So carbon or active metals, these are used as a reducing agents. So in this actually metallurgical operation, metal oxide, it is converted into free metal in presence of reducing agent. Now, for some metals, reducing agent is also not required. Mere heating is enough to convert metal oxide into metal, especially for the metal whose metal oxides are unstable. Just by heating metal oxide, we get the metal. So, reduction of metal oxide by controlled heating in air, this also able to convert metal oxide into corresponding metal. For example, unstable mercury oxide, when heated, there is a formation of mercury and there is a elimination of oxygen gas. Just metal oxide is converted into metal just by heating. Here mercuric oxide, it is unstable than the mercury, and therefore it is converted into mercury. So when mercury oxide, it is heated at 573 Kelvin, unstable mercury oxide gets converted into mercury. So another important process, that is smelting, it is carried out to convert metal oxide into free metal. So smelting is a process in which oxide ore in molten state, it is reduced to free metal, and this smelting, it is carried out by two ways: by using reducing agent and by self reduction process, where external reducing agent is not used. The smelting operation, it is carried out in reverberatory furnace or blast furnace. So first of all, we are going to discuss the smelting by using a reducing agent. Now in this process, the ore is mixed with suitable amount of reducing agent, say for example carbon, and mixture of ore and carbon, it is heated to high temperature above the melting point of metal. Now during this heating, carbon gets converted into carbon monoxide, and the carbon monoxide, it acts as a reducing agent. coke itself act as a reducing agent. So when this coke or carbon gets converted into carbon monoxide, that also act as a reducing agent. So this type of operation, smelting operation, it is carried out for the extraction of iron, tin, zinc, etc. For example, when iron ore, it is smelted in presence of coke, then coke, it is converted into carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide reduces ferric oxide into iron. Similarly, this ferric oxide also reacts with carbon, and there is a reduction of ferric oxide into iron. There is a formation of carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide also reacts with ferric oxide as explained over here, and both, that is carbon monoxide as well as carbon, able to convert ferric oxide into iron, or able to reduce ferric oxide into iron. The lower iron oxide, FeO, also reduced to iron by using carbon monoxide as a reducing agent. Similarly, when stannic oxide comes in contact with carbon, act as a reducing agent, then this stannic oxide, it is converted into tin. Zinc oxide, when heated at high temperature above its melting point in presence of carbon, then zinc oxide gets reduced to zinc. So these are the some reactions involved during smelting. Sometimes the ore contains considerable proportion of impurities, that is gangue, even after concentration, and these impurities, that is gangue part, it is removed by adding flux. Now flux, it is acidic or basic. And what is the function of flux? Flux, it is a substance, it reacts with gangue and produces a slag, and slag is a lightweight fusible part and which floats on the surface of molten metal. So for the removal of acidic impurities, basic flux like magnesium oxide or limestone, that is CaCO3, or lime, that is CaO, it is used. On the other hand, for the removal of basic impurities, acidic flux, that is silica, SiO2, is used. So at the time of smelting, metal oxides are converted into metals. At the same time, the gangue part, it is removed by using flux. And say for example, limestone, that is CaCO3, act as a flux. At high temperature, it is converted into CaO and CO2. So this is the lime. It is the basic flux. CaO is a basic flux. It combines with acidic gangue, that is silica, and there is a formation of calcium silicate. Calcium silicate, it is a slag. Now this fusible slag, that is calcium silicate, formed during the smelting, floats over the molten metal and it can be removed. Another advantage of this slag is the slag provides protecting cover on the surface of molten metal, which prevents the oxidation of metal by air. Now for the removal of acidic flux, for the removal of acidic gangue, basic flux is used, and for the removal of basic gangue, that is FeO, acidic flux is used. Now silica act as an acidic flux to remove basic gangue, that is FeO. There is a formation of iron silicate, FeSiO3. So in this way, during smelting, metal oxide is converted into desired metal, and gangue, acidic as well as basic gangue, it is removed by using flux. Now second way of doing smelting operation, that is by self reduction method. Now this self reduction method is applied to the sulfide ores of copper, mercury and lead. This is also called as auto reduction because externally reducing agent is not added during this self reduction process. Here the ore is heated in air without adding any reducing agent. Now part of ore, sulfide ore, it is converted into oxide or sulfate, which then reacts with remaining part of the sulfide ore to give metal and sulfur dioxide. So just this sulfide ore, it is heated in presence of air. The sulfide, partly sulfide gets converted into oxide and sulfate. That oxide further reacts with this sulfide ore, and this sulfide ore itself acts as a reducing agent, and there is a conversion of metal oxide into metal. We'll take example. For example, cinnabar, that is HgS, mercury sulfide, it is converted into mercury by using self reduction smelting operation. So here cinnabar, that is HgS, when heated with oxygen without employing reducing agent, then this mercury sulfide partly converted into mercury oxide. So this mercury oxide further reacts with mercury sulfide, remaining portion of the mercury sulfide, which now act as a reducing agent, and this mercury oxide gets converted into mercury, and there is a loss of sulfur dioxide. So here mercury sulfide plays both the roles. In second step, it acts as a reducing agent. It reduces the oxide into metal oxide into metal. Another example, conversion of galena into metal. Galena, it is a ore of or it is a lead sulfide. So lead sulfide, when heated with oxygen at high temperature, partly there is a conversion of metal sulfide or lead sulfide into lead oxide. The remaining portion of lead sulfide combines with lead oxide, and there is a formation of lead. Similarly, lead sulfide also oxidized to lead sulfate. This lead sulfate combines with or reacts with lead sulfide, and there is a formation of lead. And the last method is Goldsmith thermite process. Now this type of metallurgical operation to convert metal oxide into metal, it is used if the temperature required for reaction or especially reduction reaction is very high. So if temperature required for the reduction of metal oxide is very high, then this thermite process is required. So here aluminum is used as a reducing agent. For example, manganese dioxide, when heated with aluminum, it acts as a reducing agent, and there is a formation of manganese and alumina. There is a displacement of manganese by aluminum. Similarly, chromic oxide, when heated with aluminum, then this chromium gets displaced by aluminum, and so in this way aluminum acts as a reducing agent, and during this process heat is generated. This process is exothermic, and at high temperature this reduction process takes place. So this is the Goldsmith thermite process.